I'm gonna be making Steal Brainrot characters out of candy. I'm making Nubini Pizzanini out of this blue airheads. Oh wow, look at that, it looks so good. I'm putting some face details on it. Got the mouth right there. And now let's put the eyeballs on, bro. There's one eye, there's the other eye. I'm gonna be using this orange licorice, and yeah, let's put it on right there. Dang guys, check that out. We got Nubini Pizzanini. Alright, I'm making Lorila using his mechanics for the legs and then Twix for the head. And yeah, I'll put that there. Dang, it doesn't look too bad so far. And there we go. Now we got this stuff for the eyeballs, and then now we're using this other stuff for the tusks for it. And then yeah, it's done, bro. Look at that. Oh wow, there it is, guys. That's so good, right? Nah, bro, it's not. I mean, it's alright. Just pretty goofy out looking, you know. Alright, guys. Now we're going to make Matteo. Alright, I'm using this Twix to make the body of Matteo. Using this other Twix. Now using these yellow fruit chews to make the arms and then the head, and more of this orange candy for the nose. I'm using these brown M&Ms for the eyeballs. Eyeball on, now the other eyeball on. Time for the tie. Now I'm using this Reese's for the hat. Chocolate covered marshmallows for the top of the hat. There it is, guys. Matteo. And now we're making ballerina cappuccino. I'm using the airheads for the head. Now I'm using these Kit Kats for the body and breaking off little pieces for the arms and for the legs. Just putting on the other foot now. Using these chocolate pieces for the eyeballs, and then this orange candy for the nose, and purple airheads for the mouth. Oh wow, there it is. It's totally so good. This foot fell off. And next we got Nicolateria Bicycleteria. I'm using these red starbursts to make the whole thing pretty much, I guess. Now I'm like folding the arms and stuff and then making the shape like that. And the shape is very much like an arm, you know, it's very arm-like. And then using this yellow candy for the head, and some chocolate M&Ms for the eyeballs, and a yellow sprinkle for the nose, white marshmallow for the mouth. Now let's use all this black licorice for the bike. Alright, let's try using this black licorice for the wheels. Let's see, I can't hold it together, like it's not staying together. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work, bro. Got to switch it up. I'm gonna use these chocolate fudge stripes cookies. I'm gonna use these for the wheels. I need to put the foot on the other side of the wheel right there. And now that looks pretty good so far. I'm using the black licorice to make the other parts of the bicycle, like the top part handle, and then like to make the middle part and like the other part. Yeah, I need to make the hand like actually grab the handlebar too. Oh, there we go. Now I'm using some more black licorice to build the middle part of the bike. Let's put that right there, and then put the other pieces. Got one right there. And put the other pieces, and we got just putting on the top part of the middle of the bike. Got the back of the middle right there. Let's just put that on right there. Dang, what do we use for the bike pedal? Alright, I'm just gonna use this Junior Mint. And dang guys, it's done. What do you guys think about it? Is it pretty good? I don't know, man. Let me know what you think. It totally looks just like the real thing. Alright, let's make Gama and Madongdong. I'm using a bunch of these orange Twizzlers for part of the Gama and Madongdong. Now using these white candies for its eyeballs, bro. Now it's got its eyeballs. That's crazy, bro. Look at it. What the heck, man? So the eyes look actually more like eyes. I've cut these black licorice into smaller pieces so I can put them for the eyes. Now let's put the other eye that looks a lot more realistic. Got these yellow Tootsie Rolls for the feet, bro. It's looking better already. Look at that thing. I mixed up some purple candy with white candy to make it like kind of gray so it matches the color of the other Gama and Madongdong. The other part of Gama and Madongdong needs eyeballs too, so let's put them on right there. And there's its eyeballs. What the heck, dude? I guess the first one needs feet too, and its name is Gama, right? Because it's like the first. Because it's Gama and Madongdong. So let's put his feet on right there. And now Gama has his feet. Gama needs the black part on his eyeballs so they look more realistic. There's that one. Let's put the other one on. There's the other one now. Madongdong needs a mouth. So there, I made the mouth out of orange candy. Check that out, bro. It's like the orange candied mouth. Now it's time for Madongdong's nose, bro. Check that out. He's got a big nose. Gama's mouth is kind of gray, so let's use this purple candy for his mouth right here. And using the same purple airheads, make his nose out of it, bro. Dang, bro. That doesn't look too bad. Madongdong is missing his hat, so let's put this candy on the top to make the hat. Dang, it's finished. We got Gama and Madongdong made out of candy. Check that out. Now it's time to make Lustreolitos. We're starting off with this white Tootsie Roll with 3 pieces for each of them. We'll put one there, then put on the other, and then put the third one right there. There we go. Look at that. Now we need some blue, so let's use these blue gummy worms right here. Now that they're cut up, they can be used for the head for each of these. Now I cut up these pieces even more into even smaller pieces so I can use them for the arms arms right here and the legs. I was putting the right arm right there, and then now putting on the left arm. There we go. Look at that. Let's put the head on of the next one now, and there we go. Now let's put its arms on. Look at that, dude. This is looking so good so far. Now I'm putting the head on of the third one. Now I'm putting the third one's 2 arms on. Now let's put on all the feet of the Lustreolitos. There we go. Look at that. There's the other foot. Let's put on the next 2 feet. That foot. Then put on the other foot. Then put on the last 2 feet right there. Got the left and then the right one. Dang, look at that. Now let's start building their faces. Put the mouths on right there. Got that mouth, and let's put on the next mouth right there, and then on the third mouth now. Dang, look at that. It's actually crazy looking how it is like that already. I cut up a bunch of little pieces for his eyes, dude, for each one. So let's put the eyes on. Got the eyes on this one. Got to put all the eyes on. That's made out of licorice. There's so many of these eyeballs to put on, bro. Got like so many. Like got that one. Gotta put the other one on. Just gotta put on these last 2. All right, there we go. Put those on right there. Dang, guys, check that out. It looks so good so far, bro. Wow, guys, there it is. The Lustreolitos. They're all done. There's all 3 of them. Got the frowning one, the happy one, and the other happy one at the right, bro. That is actually crazy. Now I'm going to make Oden din din dun. Or Oden din dun. I'm using orange Tootsie Rolls for that. And yeah, guys, there we go. And then for the legs, I'm using Kit Kats broken off, and then broken off for the arms too. And now let's put the other parts of the arms on, like the hands, kind of, you know. He still needs eyeballs, so let's put on the eyeballs with the white candy. Dang, that is crazy. Alright, now let's put on the next thing. Putting on the black part of the eyeball, bro, on the left one. Now let's put the right one on. There it is. Dang, look at that. Now let's put on the mouth right there with this orange gummy worm right there. For the last part, let's put on the gummy worm for the stem. Bro, look at this thing, man. Oden din din din. It looks really goofy, bro. Now I'm going to make tortini dragon fruitini out of candy. For the first part, I'm using part of this pink sugar cookie for the body of it. Now using half pieces of red Tootsie Roll for the feet. Let's put them all on. Got that foot, that foot. Now let's put another one on for the head right there. Dang, there it is. Got that on now. And then using white Tootsie Rolls for the eyeballs. Wow, guys, it looks so good so far. Now using black licorice again for the eyes to make them like look more like eyes, you know. Now let's put on the other eye. There we go. Look at that. However you say its name, bro. Alright, now I'm making the shovel. Agarini La Pellini, the one that nobody wanted to get from the fuse machine. Let's start off with the bottom of the shovel using this purple airheads, and then use a Kit Kat for the middle part, and for the top of the shovel, just another part of a Kit Kat. Now some black licorice for the more details on it. So we got the mouth, let's put that on. Yep, there we go. And then let's put the eyeballs on next. Alright, here we go. Let's put the eyes with the white Tootsie Roll, and then the black licorice for like the pupil on the eye, I guess, and then the left one on. We got the Agarini La Pellini, whatever that means, bro. What the heck? Look at this thing, man. And thanks to the channel member that we have. If you guys want to become a channel member, then join the channel. Watch the video that appears on the end screen. Alright guys, like and subscribe. Bye.